Hold the phone though. We have an auction. Let's have a look. I'm going to collect them all. This is like Pokemon all over again. I'm going to have everyone. I want to be the very best. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome back to Plutocracy. We're here as the amazing but somewhat lacking right now Getrich Kwik, who's getting rich in a very slow but sure way. Our opponent is a little bit ahead of us, but we did have some problems with bankruptcies and stuff like that, so I feel kind of vindicated that it isn't particularly our fault. We had some wonderful comments from some of our lovely viewers giving some great advice on some things we might or should do to safeguard ourselves against all of the bankruptcies that seem to happen. So I might be taking up some of that advice today. We will have to see. Now let's have a look at our money here. Let's see where we're at. We have got a whole bunch of loans that are currently out, and we're expecting to get those back. I say a whole bunch. We have a few loans. We also have some money coming in shares, which is nice. We've got Bryant Petrol, Ludatius Petrol, is that? I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Young Brothers, that's pretty cool. So some nice money coming in there off these guys, Bryant Petrol particularly. Apparently what we need to do to safeguard ourselves against bankruptcies and have like a savings account is to invest in a company that just doesn't actually have any dividends. Which sounds a bit odd, right? Why would I put money in a company that doesn't have dividends? Well, firstly, it's their survivability. Now, a company that doesn't have any dividends is going to be pretty darn good at keeping money, and it's going to be able to survive in terms of bankruptcies and stuff. And the question is, do we put money into companies with a smaller market cap or a larger market cap? So this company here, it's let's reverse it. So this company has a dividend rate of 40%. So Robinson and Partners transport company, I suppose. It's got a market cap of 6 mil, which isn't too large. It has got some profitability. Let's do the old trick of looking for them in the old stock exchange. So it was Robinson and Partners. Okay, let's buy a single share, and let's have a look at the books and just see how they're performing. So it's going to cost me $6 to get in, but that's fine. Let's jump on over, have a look at the company. Okay, so we've got a bunch of investors. Very nice, very nice. Let's have a look at the management screen. So this is the CEO. It happens to be a ruddy good CEO at this company. Lots of economic skill, lots of diplomatic skill. So would be good to keep hold of this guy. Statistics wise, let's have a look. So there's a moderate income, 100,000. The dividends are at 40. Revenue and expenses seem to be quite similar. Let's have a look at the old finance screen. They've got 55,000 in reserve. Now, the question is, if this company were to go on strike, how long could they survive? So they've got expenses of 1.5 mil, which is insane. Only 11,000 of that comes from raw materials purchase. So I guess in the event that the workers are on strike, there would be no... Actually, hang on. Wait. That's how much it's changed. Reverse that. 874,000. come from raw materials purchase. So in the event that we're not producing anything, I would presume we aren't purchasing these raw materials. It's still going to be quite tight. They don't have enough. Hang on, loan rate. I'm not sure. I like the guy who runs the place. I like the CEO. He seems to know what he's doing. He's a good egg. But in terms of the actual like cash reserves and stuff in this company, I'm not sure if they're going to be a good nest egg company. Okay. Although how new is this company? Is it like a brand new company? Is that why it doesn't have a lot of history? No, it's got quite a bit of history. Maybe. Does it say anywhere when the company was founded? That would be cool. I would like information about things like that, please. If you know where that sort of information is kept in the game, please do tell me. So I'd like to know how long a company has been around. Maybe it's all here and I'm just not reading properly. Though it doesn't seem to be. Maybe in here somewhere there's some information. Not particularly. So, I mean that's one to keep an eye on. Maybe this particular state isn't the best. Where am I? Was I looking in Florida? But I'm actually up here. So we have a metals company here called Hill Inc. And that's only got a 45% dividend rate. That's technology rate, sorry. But it is a 45% dividend rate. So maybe these guys might be good to invest into. Let's have a look at the management screen. I don't have any shares in this company, do I? Let's buy a share. Let's have a look. So we're after Hill Inc. Let's make this a bit easier for ourselves. Do that. We got a filter on the state. Ooh. Massachusetts. Is it not a mining company? What have I got wrong, guys? Oh, it's a metal. Right, okay. Not a mining company. Metallurgy. Basically a steel mill. Let's come back to the stock exchange and let's sort that out. There we go. And there we are, there's Hill Inc. Whoa. And they've even taken a dip in the price today. So let's get a share in Hill Inc. It's going to cost me a whole $14. So we're pulling out all the big guns today when it comes to our purchases. And let's jump in and have a look at how these guys are getting on. Decent CEO, I suppose. In terms of the economics, could do better on diplomacy. We could also, I've just noticed, fulfill their ambition and give them a loan. 8%, 13% risk. Might be worth doing if we want to gain some favour. Let's have a look. Some decent sized shareholders. Nobody we can really buy from. I'm looking for a calm shareholder, because it means I can basically bodge the negotiation, get it wrong, and they won't get angry, and I won't make enemies. Let's have a look at the statistics. So 824,000. That's nice. There's a nice difference between revenue and expenses here. They're definitely making more money. Dividends again not so high, but that's fine. Do they have a loan at the moment? I don't think so. no debt payments, so that's looking pretty nice. Raw materials purchase is 1.6 mil, so a lot of money must be going somewhere else. Logistics costs. So this is paying transport companies, I suppose. Maintenance expenses, salaries. So actually the logistics cost is the big one with this company. So we could probably assume that the majority of expenses would disappear in the event that we're not making anything, because logistics costs and raw material purchase are most of that. Research as well, that's an awful lot of money going into research. I know it's not the highest research level, but to sink almost $500,000 into research is pretty significant, I would say. So have a look at the finances, and then that's really nice, 3.91 mil in terms of cash reserves. I'm liking this company a lot more than the other. And if we go back to the stock exchange, given that they do have this 10% decrease in price, I think I'm going to put my money here. Let's progress to the next day and see what happens with the price. It's still down quite low. So there we go. That's all our money that we currently have sunk into Hill Inc. So let's see what happens. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna change it back to fast speed. Let's have a quick check over some of this stuff. I'm going to ignore the news articles, so if you wanted to read the news, I'm very sorry about that. We've got loans being returned to us, which is very nice. I don't think we've got any refusals here, so I'm happy with that. We have a personal letter. So our opponent, Angel White, his influence has reached 1,000, which is quite a lot, but we're doing better, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's get this game playing. We do have a revolver or some sort of it's a katana at auction, but we don't have any cash right now. We basically have to wait out the quarter now, get some more cash. Look at this, we're starting to get horses pop up at auction. I think the more wealth you have, the better the auction item is presented to you. Either that, or it's more to do with what do you call it? The time. As time advances, different auction items become available. So I think with things like houses, it's probably linked to your wealth, and things like cars, it's linked to time. I'm not completely sure, but I think that's the way it goes. It looks like we have lots of loans being returned, so I'm very happy about that. That's brought our monies up again. We can take a look and see how our recent investment's doing. So we invested in Hill Inc. We've got a cool 1% in the company. We can have a look at the statistics here, 762,000, so income is up. They have more cash reserves, so they're doing quite nicely. So Hill Inc. is going to be our little bank account, I suppose. What are we working on at the moment? We are increasing productivity. That ups the production volume. Whoa. Production volume, that impacts a lot of different things, but I guess it's having a positive impact on revenues, I would guess. But also increasing the risk of strikes. We're obviously producing more, so we're purchasing more. I guess we're having a negative impact on logistics costs as well. We don't have as many workers as we could have here, so I guess we could have a look at increasing the amount of workers. Now what does that do for, so 42 is where we're at the moment, so that's 761. $915. That seems like a no-brainer. let's see if we can get that voted through. It looks like everybody's going to agree with us. That's a good thing to do, is to get more workers. I got rejected. Okay, well, we weren't far off. It's going to be a while before we can vote on that again, but maybe we need to just buy more shares in this place. Let's have a look at the current share price. It's up, so we might want to wait for a bit of a dip in the market before we invest anymore. Let's let time tick on a little bit. We've got another weapon for sale, a sniper rifle. Wow, I don't want to buy a sniper rifle. We're looking out for antiquities and cigarettes or alcohol. Those are what we need. Right, so Benjamin Foster, only 9%, suggests changing the work plan to 120%. Okay. I mean, I think that's going to get voted through regardless of what we do. So, I mean, increasing income's good, so I guess we go for it. Okay, good. We've also got a yacht. What's this one? There's a strike at Hillink. Okay, so the strike at Hillink is kind of a test for us. We can sort of try and figure out if they're going to survive. So let's have a look at the finances, statistics. So 4 million in the bank, or 4.5 million in the bank, and a net income of minus 687,000 per quarter. Okay, so production volume is currently 0, which means logistics costs and raw material costs are 0, which is what we thought would be the case. Revenue is also 0. Wages. Right, we're still paying workers? Yeah, so we're still paying workers even though they're striking, which is interesting. Although I suppose this is counting. Let's have a look. So maintenance expenses are being counted. Research is down at 0. And salary fund is being counted. Yeah, so it's just salary and maintenance expenses that are being counted at the moment. So reducing these two things would decrease expenses during a strike and therefore increase the survivability. Let's have a look at, I mean, reserves are good. I wonder how many quarters we will be able to survive though, is the question. One thing that we could keep an eye on, I suppose, is the share price. So the share price is currently down at Hillink. Let's have a look in the old stock market. So they are striking right now. Again, there's this little GUI user interface bug, which doesn't tell us the information here, but we can see they're down. Let's advance time a little. Interesting to see if the strike lasts. I'm going to refuse this guy right off the bat. Strikes are lasting on average 3 to 4 quarters at the moment in the current version of the game. Increasing the number of workspaces at Hillink. I mean, I would agree with that. It's probably the wrong time to do it because of yeah, it's probably the wrong time to do it because of the situation we find ourselves in with the strike. I want to say yes because it's something I would like long term. Okay, everybody's agreed, so it wouldn't really matter what I do. I'm thinking we might be in a good position to put more money into this company if the strike lasts a bit longer, because then the share price should tank. So it's dropped again. So now it's down to $9 per share. Let's check it out, how our finance is looking at the moment. We've still got 3.25 mil in the bank. I think this company can survive. I think it can do it. And we're building a big building, so we did spend some money when we probably shouldn't have because strike. But let's jump back into the stock exchange. Let's wait it out a bit more. I think the strike will probably last until the next quarter. I mean, it has recovered here slightly, which is quite nice. It's quite reassuring. But if it's not making any money at the moment, let's jump in. Okay. So the strike has actually ended. So maybe the strike... There you go. So the strike lengths are down. Okay, so we didn't buy any shares when it was cheaper, which is fine. Whoa. Right, changing the CEO. I would say no, because this guy's got no economic skills whatsoever. I'm this person. Yeah. Because the price is kind of down at the moment. It's 14. I'm going to put more money into Hillink, I think. Because you know, it seems to be a good investment. It's something that, well, there you go. There's a big increase in share price. So I think we've done quite well out of that little bit of manoeuvring. Probably didn't buy as many shares as we could have, should have, but not too bad. So we've got a good amount of shares. We've bought at some slightly different prices. Our latest purchase here has been quite a good one in terms of how much cost we've put into it. Let's jump back in and have a look at the company again. So we've got quite a few investors at the moment. We've got 1.8% of the company. Market cap is on the way up. Share price is on the way up. Everything is looking pretty snazzy. Let's have a look at the statistics. So we're up to 705,000 in terms of income, which is very nice. If we have a look at the finance screen, we've got 3.5 mil in reserves still, which is very nice as well. And let's see if we can up the number of workers. I'm going to try again on this because I think it's a grand idea. There we go, and it looks like people finally agree with me. So the net income is up. So that is very nice indeed. So I'm pretty happy with this company, and I think that this is a good investment for us at Hillink. So I'm going to get rid of that filter there. And now we've got some money squirreled away, as it were, in a... so we've only got 2 loans out at the moment, and they're bad debt. Okay, good to know. But let's have a look at this again. But yeah, now that we've got a good amount squirreled away at Hillink, we've got $300,000 worth squirreled away there. We can maybe look at investing in some higher return companies as well, knowing that if things start to go wrong, we can always come and get our money out of Hillink and then use that as our way to build up again. So it's going to be like our little bank account. So with that in mind, let's run for another quarter and see where we get to. Hold the phone though, we have an auction. Let's have a look. Right, an amphora. Very good. I want this amphora. And I will pay anything. 11.8 apparently. Very nice. Building up some nice antiquities right here. Very happy. Very good. Very good. Let's continue to play and let's come back to our office. We still need to think about what we are going to invest in. Oh, hang on. Oh, what? I don't want to sell you shares. Oh, it's Young Brothers though. Nah. Right, we've got another antiquity for sale. A Chinese dragon statuette. Very exciting. Let's try and get this. If I can get it for 22.9, nope, 27. Now does Jaden want it more than me? Nope. There we go. Very good. I'm going to collect them all. This is like Pokemon all over again. I'm going to have everyone. I want to be the very best. Okay, so money coming in. We have 34,000 coming in at the moment, which is okay. It's decent given that we're investing in some companies that are quite low dividend. Let's have a look at this, 345. So I think our investment here is paying off. It is going to grow slowly in the background. Let's have a look at the finances. They're building up a nice amount of money, so they will or should be able to survive any strike actions. So pretty happy with Hill Inc. right now. So I think the next thing we need to do then is invest into some higher profitability companies that have a bit more dividend. So if we have a look at maybe a company like this, then they've got a payout rate of 75%. They've got a good amount of profitability, very large market cap. So Parker Inc. Okay. Everything at Parker Inc. looks fantastic at the moment. They look like a very solid company, a very solid investment. Let's have a look at how they're doing on the old stock exchange. So, was it an oil production company? I can't remember. Yes, it was. There we go. So this is Parker Inc. Share price is looking pretty snazzy at the moment, actually. So it might not be a bad time to invest. We'll go ahead and we'll be a big spender. And we'll put a single share into Parker Inc. just so we can browse the finances. 3.29 million in the bank, very good to see. Expenses are pretty high, but I'm supposing most of that is logistics costs. Raw materials purchase is nothing. That's pretty cool. But yeah, expenses cost of 1.6 mil. Research cost of $500,000. So if the company were to strike, most of the costs that it incurs would be mitigated by there being no production, I suppose. Research costs just don't seem to exist when the company isn't making money, I've noticed. I wonder if anything else in the state is on strike at the moment. So we can test that out. We've got Young Transport and Howard Transport. I don't think we've got shares in either of these. But let's have a look at transport companies in the area. So which one's cheaper? Howard Transport. I'm going to pop a share into this, and then we can have a look and see if research is affected. So let's go have a look at the statistics. Well, they've got a research rate of 0. So that's definitely not not going to help us do our little test. That's Howard Transport then. No, that's the one that we've got a share in. Young Transport. Let's try these guys for size. One piece. Buy. have a look. Okay, statistics. They've got a research rate of 0 as well. Okay, well we can't test that at the moment. But I've got the theory, a working theory, that the I've got a working theory that the research rate is impacted by the amount of money the company's making, i.e., because what's this? This is a percentage, right? This is like a lot. This is like no research or low research, no research, some research, a lot of research, way too crazy on the research, or whatever it is. I've got this theory that if you aren't making any money, you don't put any money into research. So in which case, if there was a strike at one of these companies that has a decent research rate, they would just not expend that money during the strike. That's my working theory. I don't know if it's true or not, so we'll have to find out basically. But this is looking like a good company. I'm quite happy with it. So I think Parker Inc. I think we're gonna try and invest in Parker Inc. a little. Are these not alphabetical? I'm filtered. Right. Oil production companies. There we go. Parker Inc. Price is down at the moment. Let's go to single day. Let's see what's happening with the price. Okay. 16.6. I think that's fair. Let's put some money in at that rate. And then we've got 16.5. Let's buy there. Okay, so we've invested into Parker Inc. Let's see how that pays off for us. Let's change to fast speed again and just let the quarter tick over. They want to increase the dividend size. I'm going to vote against that because I wanted that to be my bank account company. But it looks like the board has approved it. It's kind of annoying. Because it means we're more likely to not survive a strike. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, and let's assess where we are. So we've got now a good amount of wealth stuck into these companies. We've got a good broad spectrum. It doesn't look like any company that we've been invested in has gone bankrupt. There's been some strikes. Yeah, quite a few strikes. Have we got any letters? We've got some incidents here. So warning of this that strikes have happened. But it looks like at the moment we're investing in companies that aren't going bankrupt, which is great. It looks like we're turning a new leaf. Let's do the inevitable. Let's check on our opponent and see how they're doing. So we just want the player AI. And wowzers. Okay. So our opponent's currently got quite extraordinary wealth of 10 mil, which is pretty big. But we've made a lot of progress ourselves. In only less than 2 years, we've more than doubled where we were. We were at 500 mil after the bankruptcies, and we've managed to claw our way back up to over 1 million, which is very nice. We're not making a lot of income at the moment because we're investing in our wealth over our immediate profit. We're making sure that we've got money in the bank so that we can fall back on it if there's an accident or if there's some sort of strike action. So that's very good. we've got some way to go in terms of wealth to catch up with our opponent. But I suppose all is not lost, because if we stick a filter on this and we have a look at the overall wealth, and we sort it, we can see the richest person in America at the moment is Nicholas Morgan at 162 million. So even our opponent has got some way to get to this. So all we need to do is to get to this amount of money before our opponent does. And that's probably doable. So this guy is extraordinarily rich. But you know, I think we can do it. I think we can get there. Eventually we will be richer than Nicholas Morgan. You mark my words. Right, well, I think at that point I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you have made it this far, I do appreciate you. If you have enjoyed the series and you like what you see, please do leave a like. If you've got any tips, tricks, or you just want to chat about the game, please do leave a comment. And please do consider subscribing if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. Thank you very much, everybody, and goodbye.